A few months ago, a 12-year-old kid in Cleveland, Ohio, was shot to death by police officials because he was playing with a toy gun. He was shot within 2 seconds. That's the story of Tamir Rice. And when you consider stories like this, you should definitely reconsider buying the most ridiculous iPhone case that's ever been created. Now, this iPhone case is made to look like a gun. And when you put your phone in your back pocket, the handle part of the gun is showing, so it seems as though you're carrying a weapon. Now, the NYPD is very concerned about this because it could lead to unwanted deaths. So let me give you an example of what the NYPD is warning on their own Twitter page. They said, "I would not suggest purchasing this cell phone case, which was designed to look like a firearm. Hashtag be safe, hashtag be smart." And they're absolutely right about this. Look, I've done a lot of negative stories about the NYPD recently and some of their police brutality, but they're correct in telling you guys that having something that's not a weapon made to look like a weapon can really put your life in danger, especially with all the police shootings that we've been hearing about, especially with all the stories involving individuals that have guns or firearms when they shouldn't have access to them. It's a dangerous world out there. You don't want people to think that you have a gun when you really don't. Another Facebook comment that was posted by the Ocean County Prosecutor's Office in New York, or New Jersey, I should say, says the following: "Please, folks, this cell phone case is not a cool product or good idea. A police officer's job is hard enough without having to make a split-second decision in the dark of night when someone decides, without thinking, to pull this out while stopped for a motor vehicle violation. What do you think?" I agree with that 100%. Now, apparently, this product has been taken off of Amazon, but you could still purchase it on other websites, including eBay. And if you want to put your life in risk, by all means, go ahead. But the company that created this is doing a huge disservice to people in general. Yeah. Karamo, what do you think? Make your point.
100% agree. What I was most surprised by is when I went online, that a lot of people actually were defending this product and saying, oh, well, if you get the bright colored one, it doesn't look like a gun. Obviously, we know that doesn't look like a gun, but in the split second, a police officer, a civilian who may be carrying a real gun, who feels like they need to defend themselves, may see that and think that you do have an actual gun,
Exactly.
even with the bright color. And so it's the most idiotic thing. I'm always surprised that people put profit over the safety of other human beings.
In America, that's the #1 thing that happens.
Which blows my mind.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously we see it with food, we see it in all these other products, but now you're having a cell phone case which little kids are going to definitely use. This is targeted towards that 12 to 24 demographic. It's sad.
Absolutely. Hank, make your point.
I'm just going to do a little demo for you guys. Let's just pretend like I have one of those guns, okay? So hold on. Oh, my phone's ringing, guys. Hello?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Idea.
Hey, are we still good for dinner? Karam, now are you, right, give me 1 second. Anna, what were you saying again? Like, and when it comes to profits, it's not profitable. The liability on this is huge.
Yeah.
It really is.
It's your right to do, but what happens when there's an accident? Then who's liable? You know what I'm saying?
And also keep in mind that right now we're living in an age of extreme paranoia because of the police brutality stories and also because of the gun violence stories that we've been hearing about quite a bit. So we are fearful because we think everyone has a gun, and if someone pulls out what seems to be a gun from their pocket in an aggressive manner, then we're going to fear for our safety, and some people might retaliate. So here's the personal question for the story. If you were a lawmaker, what law would you implement? Karamo.
I would gather all the idiots like this and put them on an island. It's like, you're an idiot, you're going to this island. I think that's how Australia was created. But,
Damn!
I love Australians. But it's the truth. Didn't they take all the prisoners from the...
Oh, that's right.
They
It used to
did.
be a prisoner's
Like a prison island.
Yes, back in the day.
See, I wasn't disrespecting
Okay, I thought you meant modern day Australians.
No,
was
I
like,
love my Australians. No,
Australians are awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, good that we clarified that.
Exactly.
Hank, what about you?
I would do something about regulating student loans. I feel like that's a pain that many people, especially in the middle class, have to fight through. It was a pain in the ass for me to pay off all my student loans, so I wouldn't benefit from that now. But there's gotta be some kind of cap where it's like universities cannot charge this much. Universities have to subsidize this amount. It's like subsidized housing in New York. I wouldn't have been able to live in New York had it not been for my building being subsidized because of some amazing lawmakers' incentive for creating that.
You guys both have very noble causes. I especially love
Mine's
student loan.
taking all the idiots away?
Well,
That's a good one. It is.
I think it's a noble cause. I think it would do the country very, very good things.
Yeah.
Okay, but the one thing that I would implement immediately if I had any kind of power is I would get rid of any parking meter on public streets. They're not allowed to exist anymore. And the reason why is because it's a regressive tax. Okay, it's one way that the city tries to raise revenue out of not taxing the wealthy their fair share. And then on top of that, those are streets that our tax dollars are already paying for.
Yes.
Why are we being taxed twice?
Twice.
It's crazy. Please raise taxes on those in the top 1%. People who get all these awesome corporate tax loopholes, they pay less in taxes percentage-wise in the middle class and the working class. Please stop doing regressive taxes on
Anna, for office.
I mean, I'm very passionate about parking,
Right.
especially
Right.
because I live in an area where parking is a rarity.
Scarce,
So,
right.
yes, very scarce. Anyway, tell us what you guys would do if you had the ability to implement any law. Which law are you most passionate about? And also, what do you think about this iPhone gun case? Maybe you think it's a great idea. Comment in the section below. Let us know, and we'll see you soon.